All right, guys, so wanted to put this fleet out there for territory battles, click through it a little quickly, but it's Thrawn lead. You want that for his ultimate and for his AoE heal, especially if you get stuck with Negotiator like we did. And it's a Sith-based starting lineup. The reason I have Scimitar in there is he can stealth his ship and Vader's and give crit immunity to Bomber, which helps. Not a lot of these concussion mines apparently are going to land. That's okay. The idea is to keep them hanging around long enough. You get that first reinforcement with Palp, and there's some good restoration that comes from that, and just great Sith synergies overall. And that's usually enough time for you to sort of hang in there and start getting the ultimates and clean up and get control of this. So Palp is always my first reinforcement. You could bring in Gauntlet, but Palp is just too good. With the cleanse, he could do a ton of damage, and you're basically in control. Nice thing about Vader when he's out there, his target locks will stick. There are obviously some ability benefits for Palp, I think, in that regard. The careful thing when, in this case, I don't think it matters, but when you use that single target special, it does put taunt on the healthiest Sith or Empire ally. So there's a time later when I bring in Gauntlet and I do that, and Gauntlet has a little bit less than full health and protection, I think. And Vader picks up the taunt accidentally. It doesn't end up mattering that much, but those are like the little things that you have to keep in mind when you're using these abilities. Because putting taunts on ships that you don't want taunting can be pretty problematic. So I could have used the heal here, and I probably should have in retrospect, because I'm going to end up losing Bomber soon. But I brought in Gauntlet. It was not a bad ship. There's also a benefit to the rest of the ships with Empire tags, because I can't remember if it's max protection or max health, but they get, I think 30% of one or the other, something like that. The nice thing too is Gauntlet's reasonably tanky. So when he's back to like full health and protection, you can actually use Palp's single target special to throw up a taunt on Gauntlet. Now, I did it too early, so now Vader got it. That was what I was talking about earlier that I wanted to be careful about. But you can see you're like pretty much in control here. I mean, you always have to worry about Kenobi's ultimate coming out later. But by that point, most of my ships are reasonably healthy. I brought out Sunfok now as a taunt for control. I messed up, though. So he'll stun as a reinforcement, whoever you have targeted when you bring him in. I was just thinking about using his ability stun on Jedi Consular, but had him targeted by mistake. So you should, generally speaking, if there's a buff ship out there and no taunts, you should be able to get 2 stuns every time you bring Sunfok in, which is nice. And I didn't use Palp's cleanse special because there's nothing to cleanse. I wanted a little bit of offense up here, just so I can chew through this buff. I'm not sure that miss really mattered. Go ahead and put taunt. He doesn't get crit immunity because he's not Sith, but put taunt on Sunfok. Nice thing is if he attacks out of turn, he puts up target lock. I don't remember exactly what the target lock synergy was off the top of my head, but I know that there is one for one for Vader, who makes it stick, and then 2 for Palp. I don't remember if it's recovery or damage, but there's something nice about about target lock that I'm exploiting here. It'd be nice to know what it was. So now you'll notice when Vader doesn't have full health and he uses that single target special, Gauntlet picks up the taunt. Now, this AoE is kind of rough because it does a lot of damage, and these concussion mines are brutal. You see I almost lost Vader there. The nice thing is that my ultimate's coming up. So that's pretty much going to end this. Right? And so, for guilds that have to go ahead and donate a bunch of Houndstooth, and that's sort of everybody's favorite ship crutch for the last, 3 years, or however long that thing's been out. This is an easy way to go ahead and try and make sure that you can get those full 2.5 million territory points, and then also